there and welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you a flow which can be practiced after a long day of work or to set a calming tone for the evening to prepare you for a good night's rest. We are starting off in a seated position. Place one palm on the chest and the other on the belly and begin to notice the rhythm of your breath. Is it slow and deep or swift and shallow? I encourage you to find a gentle rhythm to your breath, making the exhalations a little longer than the inhalations. Gather all your thoughts on an inhale, and on an exhale, let everything go. Setting an intention for practice, that you will be mindful of your thoughts and not allow them to carry you away into another space and time. Practice being present in the moment, noticing every sensation in the body, and more importantly, guiding all your awareness to your breath. Let's walk the hands out in front of us, keeping the glutes grounded. On every inhale, feel the chest expand laterally. Now gently walk the hands to one side. And move on to the other side. And now walk yourself back up. Interlock the fingers and raise the arms towards the sky, palms facing the ceiling. Begin to tilt the body from side to side, stretching and letting every inhale travel into every corner of the chest. Gently release. Let's begin to swing the right arm to the left on an inhale, left palm down for support, and then switch sides. Every time you inhale, swing an arm to one side, opening the side body. Maybe graduating from a palm support to a forearm support. Every time you exhale, transition to the other side. Now, plant the palms, uncross the legs coming into a tabletop position and moving through a few cat and cow stretches. Inhale, arched back, belly drops to the mat. Gaze up, and as you exhale, hunch the back and gaze at the belly button. You can also go ahead and add in a few hip dips here. Every time you exhale, drop the hip to one side. You might need to walk your hands a tiny bit forward for this. Or you can choose to draw half C's, alternating between either side, moving between a relaxed upward facing dog and child's pose. If you are taking those half C's every time you come into an upward facing dog, take a nice big breath in, and as you exhale, come into child's pose. If this movement feels a little awkward to you, feel free to avoid the C shape and just stick to moving through an upward facing dog on an inhale and child's pose on an exhale. Ending in an upward dog position, begin to tilt the hips to either side and only go as far as your comfort. Feeling that gentle little twist, opening up the hip area. All right. Let's come back into a seat and begin to rotate the wrist to one side. And then switch sides. All right. Now place the left outer palm on the right hip, interlace the right fingers with the left, and bend the neck towards the right shoulder on an exhale. Continue to stay here, or you can add a little dynamic movement by tilting the head forward on an exhale and backward on an inhale. Perfect. Now let's switch sides. All right. Release and come back into a tabletop position. Inhale, take the right arm up towards the sky, and as you exhale, drive the right arm under the left and across the left shoulder for thread the needle. Hips stay high. Your knees are right under your hips. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Left palm is down for support. And begin to relax into this posture. Gently release and come back into the center. Repeating the stretch on the other side. Inhale, take the left arm up towards the sky. And as you exhale, drive the left arm under and across the right shoulder or thread the needle. All right. Now lift yourself up. Walk the hands a little forward. Drop the chest towards the floor. Chest aims to touch the mat. Feel free to place a thick blanket, bolster, or blocks to fill in the gap between your mat and the chest for support, or if the stretch is too deep for you. Once again, your hips are over the knees. Puppy pose. Release. Sit yourself up. And now take the right leg forward for a low lunge. Push the hips forward, feeling that stretch in the left hip flexor and the right glutes. Palms rest on the knees. Breathe. And let's begin to switch sides. Okay, now coming back to tabletop position. Keep walking the hands back to the feet to place yourself in Malasana, garland pose. Once again, feel free to use blocks, a wall, or any support is welcome here. Join the palms near heart center. Use your elbows to push the knees open, releasing any tension we hold in the hip area. All right, now release the legs from under you, straightening them. Inhale, pick the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, fold forward, tucking the chin into the chest, gently stretching the spine. You have the choice of keeping a little bend in the knees if it feels comfortable. Grab the toes, grab the inner arches of your feet, ankles, whatever feels comfortable for you. Now gently sit up and adjust yourself in a sleeping position. Grab both the inner arches of the feet, elbows inside the knees. Pull the knees towards the floor for a happy baby pose. Rock from side to side here, if that feels good. Now release the legs. Knees stay folded. Take a big distance between the feet and begin to alternate between dropping each knee inwards on an exhale. Perfect. Extend the legs completely in length of your mat. Interlock the fingers above you, palms facing outward, and point the toes for an overall body stretch. All right, release the entire body down, heavy on the mat now. Choosing to take a long Shavasana if you like, or prop yourself up in a seated position by turning onto one side and staying here for a breath. Gently with the palms support, pick yourself up. Coming into a seated position, join the palms in gratitude for all the calming energy received during practice today. Rub the palms. Place those warm palms on your eyes. Gently open the eyes in your palms, getting used to the light. Remove your palms. And I thank you for joining me in practice today. I will see you soon. Have a nice evening.